I feel like normally I usually have like a bunch of stuff I want to talk about.
Okay.
Only I got to be really honest. Today I'm just drawing a blank. Like my brain has completely.
Have a long night.
No, not at all. I just got off of work, went home, took a nap, and then played with the dog in the morning. But I just last terrible comedy you saw.
What was the last terrible comedy?
Yeah, but you really enjoyed. Like you're like almost ashamed to admit that. You know, like, oh no, I can't believe that I really enjoyed this.
Like a movie?
Yeah, like a
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I would say.
Yeah, but is that a comedy as much as it is
supposed
a
to
tale?
be funny.
Like the Odyssey.
It's a kid adventure movie though, isn't it? Right? It's like an adventure pick. Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, that was horrible.
It was the worst.
In the best ways, though. I think.
But it was fun. That's Rodriguez, right? Isn't that? Yeah, Robert Rodriguez. Yeah.
It was like, you've seen Spy Kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the first Spy Kids, I'm sure.
It's been so long, but yes, I saw the first Spy Kids.
With some people.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot about them too, and I saw it on TV. I was like,
that's a thing in the movie.
In my childhood. Yeah. So Shark Boy and Lava Girl just really like that kind of animation times like 100.
Really?
Yeah, and it mostly takes place in this weird Robert Rodriguez animated world, and it just really. It's weird, man, and George Lopez is in it, and it's.
Oh, that's right, George Lopez is in it. But did you enjoy it then?
No, of course.
We
enjoyed
loved it. Every second of it.
Every
it was
single
so
second.
Funny.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, there's like a ton of stuff like that. Then I usually I don't know if they're guilty pleasures or not, but we were just talking about it with my friend last night. Like I don't know. I think I'm the only one who likes MacGruber. Did you guys ever see MacGruber?
No.
It's ridiculously. It's I don't even know.
With the SNL spinoff of
MacGyver.
Okay.
Okay.
The full. I forgot they had a full length feature film.
Right, you forget about it. Yeah.
It was good though.
I think you would judge me if you were to see it. You'd be like, oh, okay. I don't know what's wrong with this guy, but. I really enjoyed it was dumb funny. It was just really, really juvenile humor.
I can dig it. I don't know what other... I don't think I've seen... When's the last time we saw a movie, like, together?
We almost finished watching The Matrix.
We did almost... I have never seen The Matrix before.
Yeah, he had never seen it.
And then...
So
I know, yeah. So then I watched it. I watched like 90% of it. We couldn't. I got too late. I had to work the next day.
Yeah.
But I mean, it changed my life.
So you enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I did enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm old. So when you guys say Shark Boy and Lava Girl was part of your your childhood.
It's not part of my childhood, which had occurred during when I was like 11.
Oh, see, for me, I was on my third mortgage on my house, so and my second divorce. So it was like, so I was a little older. But for The Matrix, when I saw it in theaters, I saw that as a kid, and I remember my best friend and I were always like, "Where's the movie that looks like an anime? That's that's live action." And so when The Matrix came out, I just remember like. I think I cried a little bit, and then we like held each other, and we were like, "This is it. Movies are gonna get better from here."
Wait, did your friends thought The Matrix was an anime?
It certainly felt like it certainly felt like it was a live action type of anime for me. Like with the premise, the futuristic, the camera shots that it actually looked cool. Like
I could definitely see that,
why don't we have those cool camera angles? I mean. Because after that, I know bullet timing was all the rage. We got it in every other film we did, but. When you were first seeing it for the first time, I was like, "Holy smokes! This is the best thing I've ever seen."
Wasn't there like an entire movie based on slowing down bullets?
Oh,
what movie was that?
Curve or something.
Yeah,
Curve
bullets? Like you just made an entire movie based off of
on that one concept. And you know what?
What's even the point of that shit? Like, who cares? You know, like what was it? Like if you shoot it, then it curves it.
Yeah, that's right. You would,
you have to use that maybe once.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like shoot the guy in front of you.
Why would you need to curve the bullet?
Yeah.
Why are you shooting at the guy when he's standing in front of a pole? Like it, better curve it now.
Move a good foot to the right.
Oh my God, that's right.
I don't know. Maybe
you know
they
what?
Explain this in the movie.
I am gonna go back and watch that movie now.
There has to be a reason why they have to. It's probably some sort of weird lore that they have about bullets or something.
You know what? I want to say that I've seen so much, and sometimes it gets all muddled. Holy smokes! Yeah, that's my homework for this weekend. Is I'm going to go back and watch it.
Let me know.
So, do you guys watch a lot of movies, or not really?
No, like if there's a movie out that we want to watch, we'll go watch it. But there's not really that many movies out that we want.
What was the last thing you saw?
In the theaters.
Don't Think Twice.
Yeah.
Have you seen Don't Think Twice?
No, I haven't seen Don't Think Twice.
Have you heard of Don't Think Twice?
It's a horror movie, right?
No, it's not.
No.
It is about.
Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe is the one.
Have you heard of Mike Birbiglia before? the comedian Mark Birbiglia.
Yes,
Yes.
Don't Think Twice.
There
The
we go.
Mike Birbiglia.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's about an improv group in New York.
Yeah.
One of them or two of them really
Basically-
end up, getting SNL basically.
I was
Yeah.
dying to. I'm so pissed off that I even forgot that movie existed because I was so mad. I was going to go see it at the. I was going to go see it. They had a showing at the Alamo,
Yeah.
and it was that day that bus crashed. And it
bus
was a huge.
crashed?
Yeah, the bus crashed
Oh,
up.
dude! I think I saw you at the Alamo that day. Was it a Friday?
It was like on the. Yeah, it was like a Thursday.
I think I don't know. It's not cannot be, but I remember being at the Alamo Draft. It's like, oh, is that the guy from the movie podcast I did like months ago?
yeah. Who is that fella?
But I was like, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a few months, so I don't know.
Well, you know what? I
Acknowledge
also
it.
have one of those faces that people just think like, oh, don't I know you from somewhere?
Right. Yeah.
I think it's mostly because I owe a lot of money throughout town, but
That
I
might be
think that's probably why they're. But no, so we were gonna go, and I got stuck on Mesa
Yeah.
for hours,
Yeah.
and I missed it. It was the last showing,
Oh,
and then
man.
the guy was like, he told my best friend, he's like, well, why don't you guys just watch a late showing of it? And then he like looked and he's like, oh, oh, I'm sorry. And then that was it. He's like, sorry guys, and they're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. No. I mean, it'll be out on some sort of internet service.
Yeah, it'll
I'm
be
sure
streaming.
You can get it now.
Probably-
from-
yeah.
But you really enjoyed it? Was it? It's
It was
really
Yeah.
great.
It was
yeah.
nice as people who do comedy.
To be, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice to see it. I mean, not really. I mean, not
Well-
nice. Just like I guess it was nice to see a movie about something that we could, really resonates with us in some
Sure.
ways.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really that nice of a story. But it was a good movie.
But it was a good
It
movie.
was definitely a good movie.
Where does it take place in? Where's the improv? Is it in LA?
It's in New York.
It's basically
New York?
I think it's supposed to be UCB, like loosely based on that.
It's basically usually UCB in New York, and then an improv group there.
Upright Citizens Brigade.
Yeah, and it's really just them trying to get on SNL, and then a few of them do, and then the rest of the group feels betrayed and
And the resentment.
betrayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My when I went to improv in Los Angeles, I did Second City, and my old acting coach was Dave Razowski, who ended up basically just being a teacher. But Stephen Colbert he went to school with Stephen Colbert
Oh, yeah.
and Steve Carell, and he went to school with all those guys.
It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and so now I'm curious to see if I could see a little bit of him in that.
Yeah.
Since now that I know it's about somebody that got kind of left behind because he's teaching.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first thing he walked into class and he was like, "If you want to be here so you could be on Saturday Night Live, get out."
Yeah, of course, 100%.
It was like, okay,
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the right thing to say.
yeah.
Just get rid of most of the people right away.
You do, yeah.
What movies have you seen lately that you like? I guess.
The last thing I saw was Sausage Party.
Oh,
And-
we've been wanting to at least see if it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know.
I like Seth Rogen. I like those guys. As much as I'm a Wes Anderson fan, I don't mind the frat boy humor. I don't mind so it was really funny. It was actually, I was talking about it with my friend, and they put a lot.
Like not funny and like not clever and just I was bored. I hated it. I hated This Is the End. I hated it.
Then you won't like Sausage Party. Yeah,
That's
then
fair. Yeah.
then you won't like Sausage Party at all.
I've never seen This Is the End, but I did like Pineapple Express. And I did like Superbad.
I like
And,
Superbad.
those are really that's the Rogen movie, right? He wrote those basically.
Yeah. Seth and Evan wrote those. Yeah.
So I like those a lot. So
Yeah.
maybe I would like Sausage Party, but I don't know.
Yeah. Did you haven't seen This At the End then?
No,
okay.
I'm not.
I liked Pineapple Express. I didn't love it, and I didn't hate the interview. Like when you're watching it, you're like, "Oh, this is a movie," and then
yeah,
I'm
I've
done.
never
I
seen that.
never thought about it again. I don't watch it too often. It's not quotable for me. You know what I mean? Just it was
Right.
it was entertaining when you were watching it, and then you were done.
Was the entertainment value on that movie the fact that North Korea was really fucking angry about it? Like it was like most of the entertainment you got from watching, like, oh yeah, this is bad.
Yeah. I wonder that they were really angry about it, and it was just a really terrible comedy. That I'm like, we're gonna go to war. You're gonna go to war over this thing.
Right.
But I think the thing that I really enjoyed was I like to. So I know you guys do stand up. I don't know. You do a little bit of writing. I consider myself more of a writer, more movie guy than I do the stand up. That like comedian thing is way at the bottom. Okay. I think probably Dog Owner comes before that. Mm-hmm. And then so I like to watch movies and I like to dissect them. And if they're bad, I learn more from a bad movie than I do from a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if we mentioned this last time or not. Mm-hmm. But and I forgot where I was totally going with this. What were we talking about? This is the end. Sausage Party.
Sausage Party. But you don't like Pineapple Express. You don't consider yourself. You consider that more of a writer other than a comedian.
Yeah. Man, I totally forgot where my train of thought was going. But anyways, the interview. I think that's what we were saying. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh, so there are things that I really liked about it. That's what I was going to say. So one of the things that I really enjoyed about it was Randall Park. Like when you see like the secondary cast coming out and they start really shining, and you're like, oh, Randall Park is really funny, and he's on. He's fresh off the boat right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, really? That's the guy that played Kim Jong Il. I
haven't seen Fresh Off the Boat. I know the guy.
Yeah.
I know of the guy.
Or Kim Jong-young, right? Yeah, Kim. What's the name of the... I can't remember his name. Anyways.
The dictator?
Yeah, the dictator. But anyways, Randall Park plays him, and it's really hilarious. Right. And then, so because of that, I started noticing him coming out of movies here and there. And I'm just like, this guy's really, really funny. And then, so he got the sitcom Fresh Off the Boat. And, which is... Again, it's a sitcom. It's got but it's really funny, and he's really funny.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I enjoyed probably more than anything else was Randall Park playing the part.
Yeah, I have to give that a watch also. But because I just heard about it when the whole fuss about whatever was even I forgot what it was. Like they came out with that movie, and then somebody hacked Sony. And then that's the only reason. That's the only reason why I really remember that movie.
Right, because of that.
So, but I should be able to watch just to see it.
Well, we just talked about it twice now. You mentioned about the hype for interview, and then you talked about Sausage Party being all over when you were in all of it. Right. Do you think hype kills a movie sometimes? Does that do that for you? It
makes me decide whether I like it right away or not.
Or want to go see it.
Yeah.
Like the fans of a movie, too, like people who are like really into certain types of movies, it makes me just not want to be in the theater with them, so I don't want to go watch it. Like I don't want to I don't want to see Deadpool. Like we saw it was all right. We saw some of it on TV.
Yeah, when I saw Deadpool in theaters, I was pleasantly surprised with how good it was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I didn't like I haven't seen any of the Marvel movies or any of like the Avengers. I just haven't seen them. Not that I have anything against them, I just haven't seen them. And I really, superhero movies are like kind of not my favorite. But I saw Deadpool. I was like, wow, this is fucking, funny. I like it. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So
they finally made him work, is what happened, right? I mean, they've been trying to give him franchises for.
Yeah, didn't they do him like an X-Men, and he was just completely not like Deadpool, basically? Yeah,
and it was just really. I mean, and so that's the joke. It breaks the fourth wall, like almost every.
Yeah.
In every scene, but and then he was the Green Lantern too, and that was just an atrocity. To mankind on every front. It was really bad.
I haven't seen that either.
Even on a fun level, like it isn't like there were some plot points. Like my favorite is when they tell they tell him he basically can't do it in the movie, and instead of being like, yeah, I can, he's like, oh, okay, and so he goes home.
All right.
Like that was it. Like you can't do this, and he just goes home, and I'm like.
That's it?
That's the laziest freaking writing I've ever
That's it?
That's it. And he goes home, and then that begins the third act, where it all starts to fall apart, and I'm like, this is the way
he could have just been like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, it was really so you're lucky you didn't see the Green Lantern. It's pretty terrible.
All right.
But they've been trying to give him I like Deadpool a lot. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I don't know, I think sometimes For me, I think I like being in the audience sometimes when you have a, when I saw Star Wars, the Phantom Menace, that series, when Yoda fought and the audience erupted, and it was really fun for
seeing
me.
Opening events of Star Wars things. It's fun, I think.
No, that's what I'm like. I have nothing against Marvel or whatever, but just imagining seeing a movie that's probably going to be full of fans when I'm just like, I just want to see a movie, you know.
Oh.
That feels weird, and it makes me like not want to go see it. But like I'll see I saw The Hobbit in theaters with like a bunch of people who were super into it, and you know there was an old man sitting next to me, and I remember him like explaining to his wife along the way like who's who and what's going on, and like that was cute. I like that.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
So sometimes with the fans, it can be.
yeah, just the vibe.
Yeah.
You know, just I meet somebody who's really, really into Marvel or something, and I'm like, I don't want to be in a room full of these guys.
Have you been to a midnight Star Wars movie before? Like the release of the...
Well, I don't know.
I went to Revenge of the Sith, the midnight, the first release.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That was cool. A lot of people were dressed up and stuff, and just, you know,
Yeah.
saying those words. It was fun. I saw the Phantom Menace, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna say all of them. I was a child. I was a baby. I came out of I was delivered in Tinseltown in the lobby.
Yeah. It was my first divorce, so that's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And my first medical procedure, as they're called when you're older. You have a procedure. Yeah. No, it was really fun, and I remember like there's sometimes where I saw certain movies that I missed out. Like I didn't see Revenge of the Sith in the theaters with an audience. I had to see it like weeks later. My friend graduated, and we went out of town, and I saw it like a couple weeks later. And I mean, it was still a great movie, but I was like, God, I missed that Yoda moment when like everyone's like cheering, and so I would have loved to have seen it in the theater with a crowd.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. I don't know. I don't know why I keep saying how old I was, but I was in 5th grade when that came out, and I was like, yeah, this is, you know, fun to be a kid and like watch this happen right now, and like I thought it was gonna be the last Star Wars movie too, so it was fun to see, like, you know.
So now, from your perspective, did you enjoy the first 3? Because you know how
I did.
Terrible.
I did because that's all I knew. You know what I mean?
Right.
These were the first Star Wars movies that I had seen.
Right.
And then I saw the other ones, like, oh, these are great, but these aren't bad either. You know?
Right. Yeah. So they didn't hurt you like they did the rest of us who were.
They really didn't. I was like, okay, it's a Star Wars. All right, I get it.
Yeah, that's right. That's all you had. And I kept telling that to everybody, like, because everybody kept talking about Jar Jar Binks.
Right.
And how much they couldn't stand him.
I
And
loved
I'm like,
him so much.
Right. And I was like, you really, I'm like, I tell everybody, like, when we were kids, like, Star Wars came out in 78, and then, or like around that time, and then the last one came out, and I'm like, we were kids when the Ewoks came out. Right. But, like, if you were a teenager, I'm pretty sure they
Ewoks.
were like, fucking Ewoks, these guys suck royal. Yeah,
that'd be terrible. Like, I understand that.
Yeah, so I said, so Jar Jar Binks is for the kids. It's not for us. So just watch the rest of the movie and get over it.
I almost hated BB-8 in this new one.
Oh yeah,
but it's, you know, he's so lovable. But I'm just like, ugh, like, all right, we get it. You're cute, you know, like, all right, you don't have feelings. You're a robot.
My nephew loves BB-8.
Yeah.
He's like 3 or 4.
You're like, I want to kick you like the soccer ball you are.
It probably hurts so much to kick BB-8. To be so, I mean, emotionally and physically.
But he loves BB-8.
He has a helmet. Like his little tricycle. He has a little BB-8 helmet. Yeah.
That's cool.
He loves BB-8.
Yeah.
So many opportunities of making something that's a ball lovable. You could sell that in so many different forms.
Yeah, really.
It's fantastic. R2-D2 had like fucking cup holders and shit. like koozies. Like
a trash can?
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty much that was it.
Yeah.
For the Star Wars mom that needs to keep the kitchen tidy.
Exactly.
R2-D2 trash can. BB-8 was voiced by, Bill Hader, right?
Was it?
What?
Yes.
No.
That's why it's called BB-8.
Bill
Hader.
It was Bill Hader, and then the other voice was. Do you guys ever watch Parks and Recreation?
Yeah.
You know John Ralphio?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Ben Schwartz?
Ben Schwartz.
No way.
So that's why it's BB-8. Bill Hader and Ben.
No way. That's
Absolutely.
really cool.
That's really true. They're the voices.
Yeah. Awesome.
They did the voices for BB-8.
What fucking voices does he do?
All their I bet you,
beeping and whooping.
You know, when I go back now, when I listen to it, I find myself, and I'm probably full of shit when I do it, but I'm like, oh, that's Ben Schwartz there. I recognize that beep. But
I feel like
no, you don't.
That is an immense
you
waste
don't.
of money to hire 2 voice actors for a robot that beeps and goes.
I wouldn't be surprised if those two probably just lined up for it and were like, we'll take a free movie ticket to be part of this.
Honestly, yeah.
No.
I would do this. Yeah, I would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, okay.
Have you heard Bill Hader do Star Wars impressions? They're fantastic.
I
It's
think
the
I have,
funniest thing in the world.
So great.
I'm a huge Bill Hader fan.
He's iconic.
Yeah, he really is. Did you guys watch the
Tonight is
documentary now?
No.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
though. How was that?
Didn't we watch one together?
I think we saw like half of one together.
Yeah. I showed him the Vice spoof, the drones.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Documentary now is great.
It really is. It really is.
I have to give it a watch. It's funny because I just found out I have the Vice channel on my TV right now, and I actually like those documentaries. And I'm just like, well, okay, like I like this for some reason.
Oh, that's right. There's a station now, a Vice station.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's fucking good,
It's
dude.
good.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm this age and it's directed probably towards me completely.
Right, yeah.
But, like, it's fucking, I like it a lot, you know? So if it's a documentary now, I'm just like, you know, I like this, but also I like the other thing they're making fun of, too. So, like...
You guys are really lucky to grow up with everything being geared towards, like, the hipster kind of, without labeling, right. But geared towards a more kind of intellectual set or a more aware kind of group, because when we were younger... And I was like in my 20s, everything was like extreme, like that was like, extreme news, like extreme, and I'm like,
really big extreme
no, it was
thing
like,
going on.
Yeah, it was like, no,
Slime
this is really horrible.
I feel like it's similar in just a more low key way. You know what I mean? Like it's still extreme. It'll just be like I ate a tapeworm for 3 months to see if I would lose weight, and then it's an article on Vice. Like it's pretty extreme, I think. But just disguised as being, you know what I mean? Like,
but it's probably also done a little smarter, right? They're like, we're really going to write about this and not like...
Yeah, I mean.
I've never seen Vice. I never saw any of the shows on HBO, but I did see the documentary now, and I saw the first 3 documentary now, and I haven't... documentary now? Mm-hmm. And I haven't seen them. I haven't seen the rest, but they were really great. They're really funny.
I got to give them a watch. Again, I used to love Portlandia and stuff, and whatever Fred Armisen did. So I got to watch.
Yeah.
Especially Bill Hader's on that too, you know. So
that's
amazing.
right.
Yeah. But are you gonna watch SNL tonight with Dave
Chappelle and A Tribe Called Quest?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And it's right after the election, so I'm really curious.
It'll be very interesting.
Really curious to see.
Really looking forward to that tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I get really lucky here, because we work for a TV station, and so we get the New York feed. Oh. So I watch it at 9:30.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm out of work at 11, so I'll have already seen it. So like everybody's talking about like, oh man, and I'm like, I already finished it. Ha ha ha. I should ruin it for everybody and just post stuff.
You should sell tickets. I want to go to bed early.
Yeah, if you just sell tickets to the station, you know.
Yeah.
Hell, George, we could make money off of this. I didn't realize that, like, that way we're in bed by 11.
Stream it.
That's what I would do.
We'll stream it.
Yeah.
Periscope.
Oh, that's a good,
Illegally.
Yeah,
with a password and stuff, and you charge for the password. I would pay for that password.
Virtual reality. You will put on the helmet. We're in the KFOX studios watching the New York feed.
Well, we could totally do that. I didn't realize I could make money off of that. I'm going to do that this weekend. It's beer money. Or medicine for mom, whatever you want to. Yeah, one
beer
or the other.
Or just medicine for my mother.
But mostly beer money.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it. Wasn't there something about him actually sort of defending Trump for a quick second?
I saw a clickbait article saying that. I don't know. I didn't read it or click on it.
Or I don't know if he was. Maybe it might be a joke that might have gotten out of hand. But
maybe, I have no idea. But if he's gonna fucking talk about it tonight, I guess.
So, oh yeah. He'll. Yeah. It's. I'm really, really, really curious.
Yeah.
They say that the reason for the demise, not demise. Take that back. Rewind. They say the reason for his kind of disappearing from the show or coming out of the public eye was because every time he would do stand-up,
oh yeah, they yell at him.
They would just yell to do bits from the show, and that it just really he couldn't.
James bitch. It's all they would yell at him. Yeah, no, I saw Dave Chappelle in Austin at the Oddball Comedy Festival.
Yeah,
and the show before Austin was in Connecticut, and they kept yelling that to him that he was like, oh fuck, he just left like midway through his set. And Austin was the show that, like, after that, like, the one immediately after that.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, don't fucking talk during Dave Chappelle. Like, don't you dare talk during this man. And, like, it was a huge auditorium. It was huge. Like, an amphitheater outside, so there was, like, 1,000 people there. And nobody yelled at him. You know, some people were, like heckling him, but you couldn't hear it. And just like, oh, shut up, you know, and that was really it. But I don't know, like, I could see how that would really fuck with you after a certain amount of time. You're just trying to do a set or a show, and then it's been 10 fucking years.
Right, and people are still screaming for your stuff.
So it's like, I'll just get out of here. You know?
I mean, that might be a testament. Again, that's a testament to his work, how great it was on the Dave Chappelle show, and how everybody loved it, and how it resonated, and people. But all stand-up comedians eventually want to go back to their roots. Jerry Seinfeld goes back to it. George Lopez goes back to it. Like, they all go back to stand-up comedy regardless of who you are or what you do. So I can only imagine how terrible it is to be like, there's other stuff I do besides the show, everybody.
Yeah,
like,
see, that's when you go do stand-up all throughout Europe. That would be fun. See, if I was Dave Chappelle, that's what I would have done. I would have been like, look, I'm living in Romania, and I'm going to start comedy.
You're going to do comedy in Romania.
Yeah, it would be, start it out. Or just more pure, huh?
Yeah, it's just
like
real.
It's fucking all refined and crushed up and shit.
Yeah, it's real.
Like sand.
It's what they call it, real sugar, I guess.
It does look like sand.
I think I might actually use that.
just
By the way, they have a basement.
They do?
I got to.
It's too much. Okay.
Oh, you put beer.
Just wanted to try it out.
Look at
It's
it.
way too much.
Look at this.
Yeah, you know, now it tastes just
snowing
like.
in my thing.
That's real sugar.
Yeah,
That's how you can tell.
Is it really sugar?
Yeah, that's how you can tell it's real sugar.
What if you?
Well, cheers.
What if it poisons you?
Do you ever wonder if certain? I always wonder if certain combinations of food will kill you.
There's
Some sure.
Yeah, there's
This is
like
good.
some medication.
Tastes like ginger.
This is
Tastes
fucking
just like a
good.
ginger ale
This
now.
is good. I feel like I ruined the integrity of this beer.
Who cares?
But it's fucking delicious.
It's commitment to a joke, and I appreciate that. Cheers.
That's what it is, yeah.
Cheers.
Just like Grandma used to make.
No, yeah, like there's medicines that they'll tell you like don't eat too much cheese. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And,
There
like,
really is?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like don't have grapefruit juice if you're taking an antidepressant. Like
Oh.
it's cheese and like some kind of like
You
high
know-
concentration of.
Yeah. Grapes kill dogs.
Grapes
Yes.
kill dogs.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
just people think chocolate kills dogs.
It's
Not all
grapes.
chocolate kills dogs.
No.
Baker's chocolate kills dogs.
What does?
It's like Baker's chocolate. I think that's what it's called, right? Something like
I
that.
have no idea.
It's chocolate used for like baking, so it's like more. It's like less refined than milk chocolate.
Oh, I
You know
see.
what I
So
mean?
like abuelita, the Mexican chocolate would kill you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Wow.
the dog at least. I only know about what kills dogs.
Oh, yes, right.
Don't ask me
I don't know
why.
about your-
I just know what kills dogs.
No, my friend found out the hard way. He saved his dog's life because it ate a
Yeah.
grape, and he's like, I had no clue dogs
Oh,
were.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So now I know.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
think grapes because they're so harmless?
And like onions too. I
Onions too.
Think, yeah.
Wow, fuck, we're fucked,
Yeah,
dude. Where's
jeez.
this country coming to?
Okay.
It's these darn dogs. Shoot, I was gonna say, God, I'm just all. See, I'm telling you, I'm having one of those mornings.
I feel you.
Of course, I'm also 72, so it's normal.
Are you
for
really that old?
I'm really that old.
Can I guess how old you really are?
Can you guess? Yes, go ahead.
I know
I'd
the
lo-
range, but I'm gonna go straight for the number.
Both of you guess a number.
Oh yeah, let's play. Let's play.
Actually, I don't even know. I could
Let's play. How bad could I possibly feel today?
There's the range, but I'm gonna play it safe. 35.
That's fine. That's close.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
All right. What
Yeah.
are you gonna guess?
Guess how old you are?
No.
No, my age.
Guess. 37.
Close. Yeah.
See, I was
yeah.
at 38 or
Yeah.
32.
Yeah.
In between those two numbers.
Yeah.
It's an odd
I'm gonna-
number, I feel.
I'm gonna go with 1.
Go. I like one. I'll stick with one.
Right, it's the closest.
As a general rule, and this sounds, I feel like I would let people behind the
Oh, you're not gonna tell
curtain,
people your age.
the curtain to see
You're not
the
gonna
great
tell
and
people
powerful.
your age.
Oh, so
to
it's
see-
above 40.
Yeah,
That's what
above,
it is.
that's what it is. So, that's why, because you're really old. Yeah, that's what it is. As a general rule, I don't know it in, hey.
Did you go to middle school with me?
You know?
Did you found my middle school?
Yeah, that's what it is. I found in middle school. Yeah.
Man, you could be influential in the 80s and have a middle school named after you.
That's
you could be
true.
influential now
You
and have a middle
could-
school named after you. I want to
yeah.
run for mayor of this goddamn city. I really do. I really think that if I run, I think I could run a political campaign well enough to get enough votes to become mayor of El Paso.
Yeah.
I really think I can. I don't think it's that hard to do it in El Paso. Other cities, no. I mean, long shot. In El Paso, I think I could really do it. And I want to.
I think you probably could. I think you probably should run for mayor.
I want to,
It'd
man.
be like Parks and Rec.
I don't
when,
know. I've never seen Parks and Rec.
Oh, what's his name?
Adam
Becomes-
Scott's character.
Yes, Adam Scott's character when he was like 19 or something, he
Yeah.
was the mayor of his small town.
Yeah.
And what did he did something, like he made an ice skating.
He made a amusement park based on ice skating, like an ice skating theme.
All right.
And
Like an ice skating park or something like that, and then it failed,
Yeah.
and it toppled his
economy.
the economy in the city.
yeah.
That's funny.
You know what's funny is that I had always, there was a great Moore, was it Roger Moore's story,
Yeah.
where he ran for the school board, and nobody else ran for that position, and he was 19 years old,
Yeah.
and he got the position.
Yeah, when I voted, it's like only people are unopposed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I was like, I'm just gonna run as an independent. Why not? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, why not? You know?
Yeah, and I loved that idea, and as a matter of fact, my best friend and I always wanted to write a screenplay about a 19-year-old guy that becomes mayor, but then when Parks and Rec
Yeah.
did it, I was like,
Yeah.
damn you, Parks and Rec!
I'm gonna do it next election so I can mark my words.
You
Do it.
totally should
Something,
run.
not if not mayor, at least like railroad commissioner. Something that's like not that big a deal, and I'll get elected for it.
I wrote in Mayor McCheese for this election.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
think,
write in.
yeah.
I was joking in the line. I was like, I'm gonna write in Bernie Sanders, everybody, just so people get really angry at me.
So people can really get.
You know, I selected Donald Trump just to like. It's like putting your finger next to the trigger on the, right in your head,
Yeah.
on the gun, like next to your head. You're just like, I want to just fucking feel
I
it.
just want to see what it feels like to destroy the world.
Yeah, and
really.
I did it, and then I was like, oh, I can't deselect it, and like. For like 10 minutes, I was like, I can't deselect his name. Like, I can't vote for this, you know?
Yeah.
But I just scrolled all the way to the beginning, and there was like a button that was like, press to deselect.
Oh my god,
So,
that would have been hard. Would you have just walked out? Like, would you have just walked
I
out?
think I would have submitted it. In the moment, I was just like, well, I have to vote. They're gonna get mad at me if I don't vote. I would have just gone through with it and voted back.
I imagine you walking out of that if you had voted for Donald Trump accidentally. I imagine you walking out of that like when Al Pacino shot the guy in the diner in The Godfather, and he drops the gun and he doesn't know where he's going, and then he just runs out of the restaurant.
Yeah, I imagine it more like, I walk and then, I walk out of the door, freeze frame, executive producer Larry David. Seinfeld theme comes on and it's like, oh shit. Yeah.
Well, we made it this far without talking about it. Did you guys feel devastated? I mean, like everybody else did?
Oh
Were you?
God, yeah.
That's assuming. I mean, you could.
The next
yeah.
day, somebody put it perfectly that really described how I felt. It was just sick to my stomach, just really concerned.
It felt like somebody died for me. Like I
Yeah.
literally, I'm going through the grief stage.
Yeah, not to
A lot of
not
people
yeah,
are-
not to like draw from anything or make light of anything else, but I think like when I wasn't around really during 9/11,
Right.
and partially I was like, this might be a semblance of how some people felt during that. Just kind of just like, whoa, like I can't believe that happened.
Right.
And like it was like just weird,
Right.
So I don't know, it was a really weird thing for me.
Yeah, I think it was. I think I walked into the newsroom when you guys were there, and it was happening, and I don't think George and I just kind of glanced at each other. Everybody was like, but I hugged Arthur, and Arthur was like, I was really going to cry for a second, and I'm like, I
A lot
was
of people
too.
cried.
Yeah,
I
a lot
was,
of
I was on the
people
verge of
cried.
tears for the day after
whole-
was one of the hardest. Just like thinking like what the I at work I couldn't concentrate on writing anything. I was just staring at my computer all day and just like I can't. It was so weird, I
Yeah.
mean, it's surreal, I should say, not weird. Just like
Yeah.
I can't believe this fucking happened. And like, what's gonna happen for the future? And like my future, what the fuck's that gonna be like now? At least before there was like. Yeah, maybe it could be, you can't predict the future, but maybe at least it's going in a direction that's not going to be fucking rising sea levels and terrible, horrible shit happening.
Right,
You know what
right.
I
I
mean?
mean,
But I don't know.
it's. And I keep telling everybody. I also feel like once the House got control and the Senate and then got control, and I was like, well, we don't have any power, none whatsoever. And he's going to appoint the Supreme Court judge.
Yeah.
And then I keep to piss on everybody's parade even further. I'm like, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is
On her way
83
out.
years old. She's
Yeah.
either going to retire or. I'm like, so just keep that in mind, and
I
not
think
to
she would
mention
stay out of spite until her
if
last.
she could hold on.
Yeah. I mean,
I
she
would
got
gladly-
a good 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I
God,
mean?
please hold on for 4 or 5 years, even if they just have to prop her up on strings. I
Yeah.
think
You
I'll give her blood transfusions just to
It's
keep
that
her alive.
Weekend at Ruth Bader
Nanotechnology.
Ginsburg's.
Yeah.
For Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
That's true. Oh
There's
man,
gotta
just put
be.
some sunglasses on her and just carry her around.
Well, Weekend at Bernie's her? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just do that.
She'd be like, oh, she's quiet now, like the other
Yeah.
one.
She's just keeping it low key,
That's a script issue.
There you go.
keeping
Yeah.
the Supreme Court judge
Yeah,
alive.
yeah.
Weekend at Bernie Sanders.
There we go.
Weekend at Bernie Sanders.
I don't want him to be dead though. I just want to go to his house for a weekend.
I don't know.
Grill a steak and plant some trees.
You know, now that I see how everybody voted and that everybody was really filled with that much hate, I sincerely doubt now, as much as I would have loved for him to have been our nominee, I don't know if he would have beaten anybody. A Jewish man?
You don't-
A Jewish
Oh,
man?
yeah.
You don't think
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders would have beaten Trump?
There's
Trump
a
is
sexism element to it for sure. So
Yeah, that's very
I
true.
don't know, what is the argument? I missed it.
Oh, I'm just
That-
saying that I don't know if he, knowing now that everybody voted the way they did with the hatred and the misogyny and
Yeah.
the sexism and
Yeah.
the
That's true.
just
yeah.
the plain hatred, I don't know if the Jewish part would have definitely come into the story.
Yeah, it would have, but I
Into
mean,
their
there's
voting.
enough Jews out there to be like, hey, we've had enough of this shit. It's been
Yeah,
like 5,000
and being a
goddamn years.
woman is like worse than being a Jew.
Yeah, woman is the Jew of the world.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the new Jew.
yeah, woman is the new Jew. But like, I don't know. I feel like Bernie had this really fervent supporter base that really I think would have pushed it a lot more than they did with Hillary. You know? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. But what the fuck do I know? I'm 21. You know?
Well, I mean, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
There was a large part of me, and it's still, I don't know, I kind of waged a Facebook pogrom against third-party voters where I was like, God, guys, come on.
Within the
really?
margin of, it was 2 million or 3 million, I think. And it was like, dude, fucking... I mean, yeah, half of them could have gone to Trump. They all could have fucking gone to Trump.
They all could have, yeah.
But like, in this election, man, you can't be doing that. You
Well,
know,
yeah.
I get it, and I want to be able to make it that. I think Bernie Sanders is the only person that could have maybe had a viable option at a third party.
Sure.
Maybe. But fucking whatever the fuck his name is.
Gary Johnson?
Yeah, and he's the fucking governor of a city that of a state that's like 10 minutes that way.
Yeah.
And it's like he's good and everything, but like not right now, man.
No,
Not
yeah.
right now, man.
As I can tell, I think my analogy was if it's the Cubs and the Indians in the World Series, please stop me from putting money with a bookie on the Yankees.
Yeah.
please,
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
let me. Yeah.
Derek Jeter could run out any second.
Yeah, he's going to run out. He's going to hit a home run. He's going to win for the Yankees. World Series goes to the
Yeah.
Yankees. I was like, please don't let
I
me
know.
bet money
They were
on
like,
the
I
Yankees.
know the Yankees can't win, but it'll send a message. Like,
Yeah.
they'll know we want the Yankees next
3
time.
million people want the Yankees.
And normally okay, Republicans, I don't agree with them. They have a difference of opinion. They're not the enemies. We have a difference of opinion. We're not enemies. They're going to run the country way differently than what I would want. They're going to do things differently.
Yeah.
And as much as I think, and I've said this a billion times, what's his name? Paul Ryan's a tool and a sad sack and will say anything to get himself elected.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't think he's unfit to be president. I mean, he's still...
Definitely
right.
not. Yeah, I think he
But
really would do as best as he could do it.
This
Yeah.
person, this particular person, with the way... And the other thing I tell everybody is now, I think that Republican people are so desperate to keep their power that he has changed the game, and now everyone will spew that venom knowing that it'll get them elected every time.
I guess so, but is he even...
Republicans, anyways.
Is he even a Republican though?
I
Now,
don't
you know what I mean? Or is this all? Is it like the beginning of a fucking weird, different thing that
A
we're
whole
seeing
monster?
going? That's like yeah, like the Republican Party, which is like this fucking like he's a parasite. Republican Party was the body, and then it just overtook.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Like the empty vessel that Trump took over. You know
Well,
what I
but
mean?
the Republicans made him. They made him with their vitriol. They made him with trying to stop Obama
Yeah,
at every
they
term.
did,
They
yeah.
made him with all their nonsense.
It's true.
They created this genie
It's
that
like your
they
baby eating you.
and they can't put him back. Yeah, they can't put it back into the lamp. They're like,
Yeah.
we need this genie back into the bottle,
Yeah.
and yeah, they just can't. And I'm like, oh boy.
What if he just shook his nose and went away? Like that, whatever.
And then somebody told me, they're like, well, I hope he dies, and I'm like, no, because then we get Pence, and he's worse. He
Gotta-
actually he was gonna prison people
Got
for
a real-
being gay. Come on.
real Dick Cheney situation going on right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to have that shit again.
Yeah.
Man. Are we still recording this podcast?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, just making sure.
Also movies, and then back to politics. I'll just put up movies real quick.
Idiocracy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to
Yeah.
watch that on election night. They had it at the
Yeah.
Alamo Draft House
Yeah.
playing it, but I don't know.
It's $6.99. It's on special. I think
No way.
it's just perfectly. This is what I thought was funny. So it's $6.99. It's on sale on Vudu. By the way, get into streaming.
There's so
stuff.
many
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things popping up
Yeah.
now.
Well, I love Vudu because
Yeah.
it links in with other stuff. But anyways, that's a whole
Okay.
other technology. But it's $6.99, and I go, I wonder if that's on purpose. And last night they were showing Back to the Future Part 2,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, TBS, you're showing this on purpose, aren't you?
Right.
Because I don't know if you remember, it's Biff becomes rich and a billionaire, and then becomes he doesn't become president, but he basically is like the Donald Trump. Yeah, and it's the most bleak future, and I'm like, this is on purpose, TBS.
And didn't the Cubs win or something? I saw.
Yeah, and the Cubs win. Yeah, the Cubs won. Yeah.
You see that? There's a picture of a guy who, in his yearbook in like 1993, was like, Cubs win the 2016 World Series. You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's right.
And he fucking,
predicted
it. Yeah.
I thought it was Photoshop.
I thought it was Photoshop.
Because somebody else posted a picture of, like, they had it, like, of their yearbook, like,
okay.
just took a picture of it, and, like, they're like, yeah, this is real,
Yeah, I think people are psychic and they don't really know it.
You just also guess.
You guys don't watch The Good Place?
The Good Place? No, I never heard
Oh,
of
it's really, really a funny show, really clever. And so that's one of the jokes in there. They're talking about heaven and hell. And she asks, well, what religion had it right? And she's like, oh, well, nobody had it right. No religion. They probably had about 20% of it right. But the only guy that got it right was Gary. He was getting high with his buddy in Montana. Yeah. And he got 78% of it right one night as he started pontificating. And they have the picture of him on the wall. They're like, yeah, that's his portrait. It's just some stoner kid.
That's funny.
And they're like, he got it right, 78% right. And I'm like, yeah, really so some people can be psychic, I guess. Yeah, that's really watch that. It's really a clever show.
What's it called?
The Good Place.
It's on Netflix, I imagine?
Yeah, it's essentially like, what if one of the Seinfeld characters, or someone from Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
It's on NBC.
Okay.
Goes to heaven when they're meant to be in hell. And so she's trying to stay fitting in.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of clever choices with it, with the writing. I'm really impressed with it. It's really funny.
Do you have a pen on you?
I'll write it down.
It's only like 7-8 episodes in. Watch the first 2 or 3 and see if you enjoy it. But it is well done, well written.
Yeah, we'll definitely give it that a watch. I found a. It was like 8. The entire series at that point of Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So it was like 6 seasons.
Yeah.
I found it in my house. Like I just had it. Like I guess my dad bought it and like had it in his room. And it's funny because I was like, this box looks weird. Like it looks like it's maybe it's a knockoff, but it looks like it's really well done. And then I open it up, and it's like completely just like a very well done bootleg version of this. And I put it in my PlayStation. And it's like menu and like really horrible, shitty graphics.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's from Iraq apparently, and it's like the entire series of Always Sunny, but from Iraq, and. It's, the box is like, it's incorrect. The box, it has like a blurb. It's like, Always Sunny in Philadelphia is this, and this. You know what I mean? It was just the description of a particular episode. Like, it wasn't even like the series? It was like, in this episode, D and whatever do this. And like, I was like, oh, I didn't even notice this before. Like, it's all like wrong.
What were the blurbs in the back where they're like, best show ever, says American man.
Basically stuff like that. I was just like, wow, this is very well done. And like just copied and pasted everything.
How did he get a hold of it? Where did your dad get a hold of it?
Well, he went to he didn't go to Iraq for fun. He worked in Iraq for a little bit. So with the government, so it's safe. And he just bought that shit, I guess.
Oh yeah, he was like, well, I might as well watch something.
Yeah.
He's like, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Yeah. Did you watch him?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, no, I did. Yeah, I mean, standard definition, really small. Didn't work on my TV really. It was just like, my TV is like this big, like like a 40-inch, and then the TV is like a 20-inch.
Yeah. To be fair though, it's not really a show you need to see in high def. I think you're able to.
Yeah, it's fine. It works out anyway.
I think you're able to watch that.
To watch that on a TV in a barbershop, one of those really small ass TVs. And it works out.
Best American show. And did you like it? Did you like It's Always Sunny?
No, of course, yeah. I love Always Sunny. Yeah, it really had an impact on how I saw television.
Yeah,
it's really fucking fun. Now it's like, okay, we get it. You're all fucking crazy.
Right.
But the first 6-7 seasons were like, yeah, fuck yeah, this is great.
This might be a terrible thing for a human being to say, but there's a piece of me that sometimes wishes you could behave like them in real life.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you
absolutely can.
I mean, but you don't. You'll never.
Yeah.
You become president.
There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The gang in control of the entire government.
She beat you.
Now it's accepted.
It's like we're dealing with a table filled with comedians that are quick. I have never. I've got to be really honest. I've never seen any of you guys perform. I feel like a jerk. I should.
Oh yeah, we have. I was telling him earlier. We have every other Monday. We got an open mic, and it's not really a comedy open mic as much as it's a storytelling open mic.
Yeah.
It's called Tragedy Plus Time. So it's like you tell a story that was once like really tragic and in your past, but now over time it's become funny or at least interesting to talk about. So we have a theme, so it'll be like disappointment. You tell a story about how one time you were disappointed and it was funny and whatever. And I don't know. You can explain it better, right?
No, you explained it pretty well.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people are coming out. It's at Barman every other Monday.
The Barman is great.
Barman has been so nice to us and like so great for like they have a crowd already. We have our own crowd, so it's like there's people are there to watch the show.
How's the crowd receptive? Are they there too?
Oh yeah, listen.
If it's like I have to do my job hosting it well, so they can know it's a storytelling open mic and not a comedy open mic.
Yeah, a lot of people will come and just like they're telling a story, but they're trying to get laughs. Like, just tell your story. You know what I mean?
Because when you just tell a story, the audience is like, oh, it's a story, I'm going to listen.
Listening.
And they'll appreciate things more.
Yeah.
If they think it's comedy, they're waiting, they're judging you, and they're waiting to laugh. And they don't laugh right away, like, oh, this guy's fucking, I'm not
and then
anymore.
they'll just start, like, trying to weasel into their set, which is not what it's for.
Oh, yeah, those motherfuckers.
Yeah,
yeah, so it's supposed to be, like, in the moment, like, hey, tonight, this is the theme, come up with a story right now.
Yeah, tell a story like you would to a friend.
Yeah, and you have stories,
Because comedians are funny, when they're,
it's open to
relaxed, naturally
You've got
funny.
a natural, it's not a place for you to do a bit. It's not a place for you to work out material.
Yeah,
and it's open to everybody. People who've never done anything before have come up and done it.
And they're usually the best ones.
Yeah, because like everybody knows how to tell a story to their friends, and it's kind of just like that. True. And it's really fun and like something different, definitely in the city, so check it out.
I would probably participate, but I've never told the story because I don't have any friends. So
neither do we, man. So
have you guys done it?
Yeah, of
you're
course.
Just hosting it.
It's our show, so
and participate.
Yeah.
So I mean, every now and then I forget to tell a story because I'm just hosting.
Yeah.
So what's going to be the story this minute? Nope, never mind. That's defeats the purpose, right? Yeah, to know. Sorry, I'm already cheating. I'm like, so what's it going to be like
usually
Monday?
Come up with it like an hour before anyway.
Yeah,
so like
for
we
real.
don't really know. But
there's also a bowl where you can draw a topic. So you don't like the story of the night. Mm-hmm. You can draw a topic, and it'll be like,
what time does
your
it
biggest
start?
Regret? We start like at 8:30.
Sign-up's at 8. Show usually starts at 8:30, 8:45. But if you get there at 8, you have a spot, and it's a lot of fucking fun. Dollar tacos, dude. $1 tacos at Barman, and really good $2 you call it left out of the bar. It's fucking really good. Yeah,
even
great
the
specials.
Stuff that's not on special is like really reasonably priced and like really, really, really good.
Barman's a good fucking place to eat, just
really
in general.
Yeah, their tortas are pretty good.
2-for-1 tortas on Thursdays,
sure.
man.
Yeah,
it's great. It's a great spot. You don't get that shit anywhere.
Who's the owner of Barman? I'm really impressed.
Fresco.
It's nice to
DJ
Fresco. You know DJ Fresco?
No, just call him Fresco. That should be his name for the rest of it.
He's like a well-known DJ around town. Like he was on Power 102 for a long ass time, I think, or 104.3, one of those.
He DJ'd almost everything at our high school.
Yeah, pep rallies and stuff. He's like DJ Fresco and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. He's like, yeah. So no, he's a cool motherfucker, man. He's been so nice to us.
He's the best.
Well, it's great.
So nice.
It's good to know that people are supporting ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, he has almost every day there's a show there. At Barman.
Yeah, there's
he's
always
really
something
supporting
going on.
local
Karaoke,
artists.
Trivia.
Yeah, man, it's really something special he's got going on there. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's funny when you talk about it, telling the story, and then the comedy comes from just the story being able. That was one of the biggest pet peeves for the improv. When we did improv at Second City, Dave Razowski, I was guilty of this. I would go up and start doing jokes in the bit, and he was like, no, and he would have a fit, and he's like, just try to tell a story, and
Yeah, you're part of the thing.
Yeah, and then it would just eventually become really funny. My best friend was phenomenal at it. He was really good. I sucked so bad.
I haven't tried an improv in a long time.
Why were you guys up in LA? It seems like you travel around for comedy shows. You said you were in Austin to do the Oddball Fest, and you guys went to LA.
To do the Oddball Fest.
Right? You wish.
Yeah, I fucking wish I was sharing the same bill as Dave Chappelle and fucking.
Or rather, to see the Oddball Fest.
Yeah, but she was actually in Austin to do a few shows like 3 weeks ago.
That's right. You traveled with Jenny Robbins and Adrian. Adrian Monroy.
Monroy. Yeah.
Adrian Monroy.
Yeah. Some people say Monroy.
Better.
It's funny.
I like that.
Yeah. Every time I hear
like
it's just a funny way. It's just funny way to hear Monroy.
Yeah.
So I picture him because I know him. He's my friend. So it's just funny. It's funny to hear that.
Does he even get upset by it?
No, he doesn't get upset at all.
He doesn't.
It's just a funny. It's a good way to pronounce his name.
Monroy. That's what I call him.
Yeah. No, of course. I would call him that. I'm gonna start calling him that now too.
Oh.
But yeah. So we go to LA every now and then. Not like. I haven't booked in a show in LA in a long time, but we just go to watch the comedy and just to be around it and to have fun and just go to Disneyland and shit.
Yeah,
have a vacation.
visit friends. And see friends shows.
Yeah. Well, what comedy clubs did you like to hit when you guys were up there? Of course.
Yeah, Nerdist Theater is like the best.
Yeah.
At least for us.
Sure.
We saw the Meltdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
It was really fun.
We're in the opening credits for it.
Yeah,
it's really
in
cool on
the-
Comedy Central. Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
in
for
line waiting.
for a single
What-
frame.
what
you could
show?
see us for the Meltdown.
Oh no, but what
with,
episode so we could look for you?
Oh no,
It's not. It's every. It's in the
It's-
intro for every.
yeah. So like I
Oh,
think that
you're
day,
in the intro
yeah.
for the show.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I think that day they were just shooting the intro. So
Oh, we thought we were
That's
going to be
amazing.
on the
Yeah.
show.
yeah, so
It was,
they might have. We couldn't see behind us, so they might have had cameras and stuff.
Yeah,
But
who
like
knows?
for a
Yeah.
single frame, you could see me like standing out next to like a comic book like
Yeah.
shelf.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
it's fucking cool,
Yeah,
man. So like
so
you know
fun.
that's the place. We try to hit up the Comedy Store. At that point,
But
she
I
wasn't
was
21.
not old enough to go in there.
Yeah. And so we had
And-
to
Oh, the
I've
Comedy
been
Store,
backstage though. I got really lucky one time. I was able to
Yeah.
go backstage, and I kick myself in the fucking ass right now for not like appreciating like the history that I was in.
Right.
It was in the backstage of the Comedy Store. I mean, I tagged my name in there.
Yeah.
There's a room where there's a whole bunch of names just written, and of course I fucking I wrote my name in there.
Yeah, you should.
In a mechanical
Of
pencil,
course.
that's all I had on me. Look, I even had anything on me. You know what I mean? And like here's on a fucking pencil. You know what I mean? And I had something on me, so I got lucky. But like, it smelled like shit. Somebody took a shit in the toilet, and it just smelled like shit. And like, it was just like, of course, this is the Comedy Store. Like, this is like gross and like whatever. But like, I don't know.
That's the one that's on the corner of Melrose and Coquilla. Right next to it used to be Second City. And
Really?
oh no, that's Comedy Store.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Improv. Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood Improv is at Melrose. And I haven't gone to that yet, but that's more of like a clubby whatever.
Yeah.
I've been to Laugh Factory too. That's also more of it's fun, but it's more of like a clubby kind of environment. The Comedy Store, from what I could tell, is more just like the dirty gym
Yeah.
of comedy.
Yeah,
It's
it
like
really
it's like
is.
where like the nasty true shit is that I like.
Did you do the I.O.? Did you guys ever go to the Improv Olympics?
No, we wanted to go to UCB. There was a show that was going on, like
Yeah.
an improv show, but we didn't. We were doing other shit. We missed that. But like, we saw a lot of comedy shows. We saw like 3 or 4 comedy shows. There's
Yeah.
there's always good shows happening. So
Yes, there's always a stand-up comedian. The Comedy Store's always got a lineup.
Oh,
But I agree with
100%.
you. I saw when I was up there. I went to the Nerdist.
Yeah.
So to the Nerd Theater. Douglas Movies is what I saw
Yeah.
when it was being filmed up there. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you remember you told me, and
Yeah.
I think I heard that episode on when I was like outside of my, because I listened to that shit for years and years.
Yeah.
And I remember that episode laughing about it, and then you said, I was like, oh yeah, that was an episode that I liked a lot. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah, with John Hamm and
John Hamm and Kate McCucci, I think.
Kate
you said, too.
McCucci.
Yeah. So I
and then the
remember-
guy,
yeah.
he's a gentleman from Austin who ran some movie theater, some movies.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name. We should. I wonder if we could ever promote and bring something like that here. I wonder if it would work. I wonder if we could bring Doug to El Paso. Do you think we have
I've been
a
trying to
crowd for
convince
it?
Neon Desert to have some sort of comedy tent, like it's just a small little area. We could not even have to get big names, just get a few comedians who I know are very good and would do it for fucking cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That from like in LA and New York and stuff. I know these people would be available for this, and they're fucking funny.
Right.
And I've been trying to convince them to do that, but I don't know the right avenues to go about that. You know, so I mean that would be the only really plausible way to bring something like that. I think maybe, but who knows? You know, can you think of any other way to convince them or convince other people?
I don't know. I met a girl once who ran it, and then I never kept in contact with her. Never talked to
I
her
think
again.
they would want to see crowds or something. So maybe if you document something where
That
you
people
bring
have
in
an interest
crowds.
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? This is going to sound really terrible, but forgive me. But we're also El Paso's pretty copycatish as opposed to leading the trend.
Yeah.
Right.
So you could always remind them that at Sasquatch Festival, you have
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt perform.
1,000%.
You have plenty of comedians at this
Lollapalooza,
festival.
all the
At
big ones,
every
yeah.
place has comedians perform, so why not be just like everybody else? Because and then have them.
Yeah.
So, and then remind them that this is that sounds terrible, but we don't. I feel we don't lead the trend on stuff when we should.
No, yeah, that's.
We should be Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We should be. Yeah.
try to find a way to infiltrate that place because I know somebody who works there, and I could be like, hey, look, this would be good for a lot of people in El Paso who would love to go see some comedy that was brought for like a few days. You know what I mean?
Well, and then you have a crowd that shows up at noon. The guys that show up at noon, and
yeah, you have some comedy shows.
you
Fuck
get
yeah.
musiced out. There's no
Yeah.
denying you get musicked out.
1,000%.
And,
There'd be a nice place to like just a chill, have a beer. There's a comedian on
Right.
stage, or like an improv group or something.
you don't feel like listening to a punk band. You want to come over and have some laughs. You don't want to
Yeah.
listen to the DJ. You can come over and have some
hang
laughs.
out by the fucking water station.
I think that's a really great idea. If you could,
Yeah.
if you could tag even remotely something close to a headliner,
yeah.
that's probably what you'd have to give them
Yeah,
in
no,
order to say.
I don't know. I gotta figure out a way to talk to them because I could be like, yeah, these 30 people.
We could start a festival.
We could even start a fucking festival.
like
Yeah,
all
I mean,
the open
Laughter
micers.
Hours did do a festival, but it wasn't like that as much as it was like local stuff. And local's not, it's whatever. It's local. It's new, so it's not that great yet, at least.
Until it becomes trendy, and then
until it becomes good. We're so in the beginning of the Paso comedy scene that people are getting good. People are moving. Like we have a friend moving out to Seattle recently.
Oh yeah.
And like people are getting good enough to be able to go try it out somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's barely starting to happen right now. And I say in the next 5, 6, 7 years, it's going to start being a little bit more of an actual cool scene. And then
maybe those people could bring people back.
Yeah.
Invite them back to do this festival.
If I ever get out of here, I'm bringing people. I'm bringing shit back here. You know what I mean? Like one of my biggest goals is to have a comedy show at the Lowbrow, like a monthly comedy show. That's like my biggest comedy goal here is to establish some sort of cool comedy show happening thing in a cool venue and have it be a thing.
I know a few bar owners. Hope and Anchor, they kind of prided themselves on not being one of those bars that's going to have shows.
Yeah.
They do one every now and then if it's like a kind of a big thing, but it's very rare. And I kind of applaud that because in essence, I'm like, you kind of just want a bar to be a bar.
Yeah, of course.
That way, if people come in from out of town and they walk in,
bar's a bar. Yeah.
Oh, it's not we'll just go to the bar.
Yeah.
But there are certain other bars here where I know a few of them. If you're really interested, we could introduce.
That'd be great. I mean, we
and
have
start
strategy this
talking.
time. I don't know if you want to replicate that because that's kind of special at Barman. But that's a discussion we'd have to have, I guess.
I'll pimp
No,
it out.
yeah.
It's a discussion we have to you have to figure that out.
Yeah, of course.
But in terms of comedy shows, the issue is that at this point right now, there's not enough good talent to pump out shows on a consistent basis that are good.
And no offense to the talent,
It's just how it is. Everybody's learning right now.
Yeah.
It's still starting out.
It's
So
new.
I can have maybe 3 shows that are like I feel good about these shows. Like be pretty good. But it's after that it's like I don't really know. So I'm hoping in the next few I still like to talk to you about those people. We have shows that would be good.
Yeah.
But for the big chutzpah of the show that I want to make. It needs to be, I think, in the next few years, that people are getting better and learning more about how to do comedy.
You're going to be able to pull them into the seats.
Yeah.
Because they'll.
Yeah, and I know more people from out of this country, out of the city, and stuff like that. I could bring and pay them and stuff, and I could make it more of a thing. Yeah, but that's years down the line. That's my goal, like 3-4 years from now.
Well, I mean, if you want to start doing small stuff, I know we could talk to a few people and see what they.
We will be in contact. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we still are.
Yeah.
You and I got tagged. I recognize the name now. You and I got tagged to work. Okay, and here comes the moment of the podcast where we bring up the name that we always bring up. Austin said, I bring up his name in every freaking podcast we talked about. But you and I got tagged, I think, in working with Austin in some pilot writing thing. Do you have any clue what that's about?
I went to one meeting at his home.
Yeah.
And then I had to leave. I got a phone call from my mom. I had to leave 3 minutes after I sat down.
You had an emergency,
so, yeah. So after that, I'm not in the loop at all. I think he wants to write and act in it, right?
I have no clue. I just got that, and he canceled the meeting because it was the day that there was a billion things going on.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan. And
No, yeah. I haven't been to a single meeting. I don't think I will be able to because they're always during times I'm doing something.
Well, that's what I told him if they were to do them on Wednesday and Thursdays, but I wasn't sure what he wanted either. I
think he wants. Did you read that? He put a script.
Yeah,
on,
Oh, I didn't see the script.
It's if you scroll down in the group a little bit. There's a script. I read it.
Oh, okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
What is it for, a movie or something?
A pilot. I think he's working a web series. Yeah. So he just wants different people to create different type of shows.
I'm not sure. I think he just he said
let's talk about it and see what we can do.
In person, he had told me, I want you to be in the writer's room of this thing I'm doing. So I think he wants help, collaborating, writing. And then
Have you written stuff before? Or?
I've written just
Just scripts.
Just dumb,
a few little sketch scripts.
Just little stuff.
I can't imagine. I don't know. Austin and I, when my best friend and I started out writing, to make a long story short, we started writing with the intent to sell. Yeah. So unfortunately, when we write stuff, it's always a tentpole picture. It's, can this little kids movie be turned into an animated feature? Can you sell toys? And you know what I mean? So that a producer will look at it and goes, oh yeah, we can make the stuffed animals of these. And so our first, which I have for you, because I told you I would bring you a sample. It's only about 40 pages, but you can read it if you want. Our first screenplay that we wrote was about a group of imaginary friends that set out to save the kids that they play with from being kidnapped from the boogeyman.
Okay.
And so that's what I told. I said, I don't know what I can bring to you, because I write like tentpole pictures, or if I write a pilot for a TV show, it's like a Parks and Rec. It's like enough. It's more like so I said, if anything, I could probably teach you about structure. Your cold openings, what you need to have in that 28 some odd pages or 30. I said, but I don't know if I write like independent and quirky, and I try to think.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. So I'm curious to see, but I thought maybe
It's interesting. Yeah, I would give it a read just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
The script that he had posted.
Was it his? Did he write it himself?
I think he did.
Okay.
I think he wrote it like alone, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, well, I'm always willing down to help. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I have a tendency to gloss over sometimes when I'm like, well, that was nice for me to be included. I'll get that word, that one, and that one. That's good enough. I think I understand everything.
Yeah.
Which is probably really a bad way to read stuff that you're being invited to help create.
No, I know. I've been getting the emails too. Like, he's been sending me emails about it.
Yeah.
And I just don't open it. Like, I see. I should. I'm going to do that today. Sorry, Austin. I'm going to read your email.
Well, we laugh about it because I talk about Austin in almost every podcast, and yet I have yet to do one with him. So I think that's the next.
No, yeah, I think you really should.
Yeah, I think I really should.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Let's just
it,
keep him a mystery.
intrigued.
Make him
Is
the
it gonna happen?
Snuffleupagus.
Is it not? Yeah.
Kind of like what is it? The game that Leonard Maltin in
The Leonard Maltin game? Yeah.
It'd be like, I was
It'll
talking about
be-
Leonard Maltin, but
We have to do 100 episodes or something.
Yeah.
On the 100th episode,
Yeah,
it would be
there
awesome.
you go.
I thought I was going to make it, but then I realized, I'm like, no, we were tagged in it together, and I was like, I might as well bring it up since we're here.
Yeah.
All right.
How did that feel?
It was good. That was good.
Should we say bye to everybody?
No.
Okay.
If you want, go ahead.
No.
Yeah, no. We just cut it off whenever it got boring,
Yeah.
or if it
No,
ever
no,
did get
I
boring.
was just cut it off.
Yeah.
In the middle of it.
He's like, so yeah, it'll be a good 2-minute podcast.
Yeah.
He's like, we've got a sample certainly there for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Gotta have some breakfast.
Yeah.
No, do you guys sleep? Do you guys sleep in? Are you guys sleeping inners?
Just today. Yeah, I was up late, so.
Yeah, I was up late, and now I'm so tired and shit from all school.
Yeah.
I had a midterm yesterday, dude. I didn't know because I'm busy and shit. I thought the midterm was multiple choice like all the other tests I've been taking. The midterm had 2 750-word papers inside of it and 4 short essay questions, and it was due 2 hours from when I started it, and I fucking didn't. I fucking wrote a 900-word thing and a 800-word thing, and I answered all the questions, and I fucking did it, and I did it in 2 hours. And I'm so drained from that.
Yeah.
That, like, I just want to.
You're like, oh my god, I gotta. Yeah, it's
I
time
slept.
to do it.
I woke up like at 11:15, and like I just drove over here real quick.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Crazy. But you were doing a podcast, you were saying?
Yes.
Yesterday? Or you were trying it out or something?
Yeah, we're just trying it.
Yeah, who's that other dude? You said
Hayden.
He's supposed to maybe possibly stop by?
No, I don't think he's stopped by anymore. He doesn't answer me. He's my personal favorite local comic here.
Yeah.
He's really got something special going on. It's he's got it.
He's got it.
You know, and it's really great to fucking be around that guy. And I called him. He didn't fucking answer me. He's really busy and all that sort of shit. But we'll try to put you in contact.
Yeah.
So you could do. He could talk for fucking hours, and it'll be great.
So
Yeah.
what were you guys trying to do?
We just talked.
Do you guys have a theme?
Yeah, it's just called How Are We Doing? So just at the beginning, I'll ask him, like, how are you doing? And then he tells me, and then we'll just go off from there. And then we have a number that you can call in or text to tell us how we're doing. But people were just sending us weird shit. Like, nobody was it wasn't helpful. It was like, can you cook some fries? And then somebody was, like, really into Hayden and, like, was like trying to ask him out, but like I would, but I live in like Michigan or some weird shit like that. And then,
Was it emails or what?
no, it was like the Periscope. Well, we do have a Google
Periscope.
Voice number, so that's like a number you can call and leave a voicemail and text it and stuff. But it was weird.
But I mean, people were already. So you had a following.
Yeah, because it's on my Periscope. I already have some people who who will watch stuff
if you're on.
do it. Yeah.
You have a fan base without.
I have like 20 people.
Sure.
It's not really a lot, but there's.
Nonetheless.
It's more that like I'll post it on Facebook and later people will watch it. I just didn't want to do it on Facebook Live because everyone was like, "Oh, I hate that notification of Facebook Live. Like, how dare you?" You know. So
Yeah.
we didn't want to.
It is annoying. It's like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't even know I'm your friend.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh god, didn't I delete you a couple years ago?
I unfollowed you. I want to keep the number of a friend. I just don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's right. I want to keep this in the high numbers.
Yeah.
What time is it? Does anybody? My phone died.